Raise your horns high and let your spirit flow. It's the classic metal wrap-up show. Feel the rush, let the loudness grow. It's the classic metal wrap-up show.
Yeah. So, and what about Raven? Thoughts on Raven? I mean, because I think once they got signed to Atlantic, it almost seemed like they tried to commercialize them a bit.
Well, of course they did.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're still out there doing it. It's
Right.
what is weird to me. So I don't know if they need to do it or they're addicted to it, or, you know, it's just so weird to see something so athletic where in athletics people retire. I can't throw the baseball. I can't pitch anymore. I can't play hockey anymore. And it happens when they're like in their 30s for the most part. And heavy metal music is so athletic and they just keep going. You know, Tom Araya, our friend, has had surgery for these things. Dave Mustaine, all kinds of people. So it's just very interesting, you know, because you guys are trying to, you know, I guess, educate yourselves and other people, and create content that is good for the heavy metal community in large. But like in life, you know, we're on a rock going 17,000 miles an hour through space, and I've never met a motherfucker on this rock that's ever figured anything out.
Right. What about Mustaine? I mean, I think he's threatening to finally end it, but as we know with Slayer, I mean, they haven't really ended. I think Mustaine now is backtracking a little bit, saying that this farewell tour is going to go like 4 or 5 more years.
Well, when you talk about, well, not to interrupt you, but we might as well get to it while I'm here. Sure. You know, Dave Mustaine was raised in a closet by like some kind of like Jehovah Witness parents.
Correct.
And his mom locked him in the closet. And at times he was locked in the closet. So you know how Dave plays the guitar like this, you know, up here all the time? Because that's how he had to fit the guitar in the closet.
Okay.
So his whole thing is so weird and different from others. His whole Metallica thing is stupid. He should have been like, I got kicked out of Metallica, but I did this. And he's always like all bitter. But I've done about 100 shows working with Megadeth and worked on Flotsam and Jetsam. When I worked with, had a lot of the same management. But Dave Mustaine is not a judgeable thing. He's his own weird thing. Like I could tell, we could do a whole Dave Mustaine show where we just tell stories, and then people are like, no way, what?
Yeah,
that guy should be dead.
Right.
Motherfucker should be dead by killing himself or someone killing him. And he's out doing this, and he's so still strung up by Metallica that in his newest recordings, he's doing Ride the Lightning.
Right. Yeah.
So it's very, I mean, I have a lot of affection for Dave Mustaine and Dave Ellefson, who's our friend still and a contributor to the Last Supper Museum that you guys have mentioned.
Nice.
And thank you very much for that. Is still a good friend. And, you know, he'll tell you more than anybody, you know, Dave can be a little frustrating to deal with.
Yeah.
He's not of this world. Like, I think Dave Mustaine is like one of those things. It's like you're like a creature of the Black Lagoon or something that could play the guitar better than you. He was really tough too. You know, with his big mouth, and he will fucking punch the fuck out of you and fuck you up. I'm telling you. Straight up. Sure. He studied martial arts. He's very strong. Plus, he he would do like a pile of heroin and cocaine, like the Matterhorn. Like, how did he live through that? It's
Right.
all these things. So I don't, Dave Mustaine, I don't think, I mean, if you were going to make a Last Supper of heavy metal
Mm-hmm.
people, he's going to be pretty close to the center.
Okay.
I love
Got it.
I love him. Who has ever topped Holy Wars? No
Yeah,
one.
that's tough. Yeah. Right.
No, go listen to Holy Wars, kids. If you listen to this, people at home, everyone in the sound of my voice,
Sure.
go listen to Holy Wars, and at the end go, like, he's number one.
Mm-hmm.
He's almost as good as Malcolm, my friend Malcolm Young.
Oh yeah. Right. Yeah. What's your thoughts on a band like Anvil specifically? Because I know they've been around,
We
kicking
like
around for years, and they have the
a lot.
classic albums and stuff, and then they had that
Yeah,
documentary. You know,
it's really funny you ask that because Jason Newsted, who I knew before he was in Metallica, he loved Anvil, and they have a lot of really great songs that are absurd. Who writes a song about Mothra?
right? Yeah.
Free as the Wind. Free as
Mm-hmm.
the Wind is one
Mm-hmm.
of the best heavy metal uh, explanation songs ever. But they're Canadians.
Yeah.
No offense. And a lot of mismanagement and things. So, I mean, Anvil's, it's like we were talking about the bands earlier, like Sodom or
Mm-hmm.
even Sacred Reich. It just, luck of the draw. They could have been as big as Judas Priest. It just didn't happen for him. But they were very, very peculiar
Right.
in their recordings, their songs, their performances, all these things.
Yeah.
I
What
didn't
about
really have a relationship with them though.
Sure. What about like a band like Hyrax? I mean, they I think they were a solid band. It's just kind of unfortunate that, like you said, there are those bands that never
Well,
really made it over the hump. I think you mentioned Testament. They should have been
oh, we
bigger.
know. Well, I really like Caton,
Yeah.
and he's a champion, and in a weird cultural position. But again, it's that luck of the draw thing. Like they didn't get that break, or they didn't get that money, or they didn't, that thing.
Yeah. Got it.
A lot of the most known music in the world, hundreds of years before rock and roll,
Hmm.
we and you all recognize it when it's played, like Scotland, like the Brave, Scotland the Brave, the
Hmm.
bagpipes.
Yeah. Right.
Most people hear that, they know it, but they don't know the origins or the writer, and that's really happens a lot in art.
Hmm. Right. I don't know if you had. I think Evil had the. He was going to ask you about the end concert, the Sabbath. I think you had a question about that because I'm kind of curious. And then also piggybacking on Coverdale, calling it quits, which I think is the right thing to do, with Coverdale. But I don't know.
Exactly. Yes,
That was
I
classy,
agree.
don't you think? I mean, just the way he
Yes.
just said, "Hey, I'm done, you guys."
Until he does a concert in 4 months.
Well, hopefully that doesn't happen. I
Yeah,
for
but they
whatever
keep
reason,
doing it.
for
They
whatever
keep
reason,
doing it.
you think he will do it?
Well, they all do it. So the odds are, if we're just doing DraftKings, that he's going to do
Right.
it.
Well, I got to tell you this. I mean, I saw Coverdale. I think the last time I saw White Snake was about 2012, I think. And he was already croaking at that point. I think what happened, wasn't it? It was with Priest, right? He was opening up for Priest I think in Denver. And it was a outdoor shed show. And I think he blew out his voice like three or four songs in, and that was that. And it's just all been downhill since. But I did see him doing a casino gig in like 2012, and he was really struggling. you know, started off pretty well, but you know, 5, 6 songs in, it's like, yeah, you can see the wear and tear, and it wasn't any good. I mean,
Well,
towards the
well,
end.
to maybe to help explain this, like if you have a baseball team,
Hmm.
the owner of the team or the general manager or the coach comes in and goes, "Hey, you're done. You're
Hmm.
done." And like in this heavy metal music and in, you know, in life in general, but it's very extreme.
Right.
Like Metallica should not do a concert tomorrow.
Mm.
The end. But they keep doing it either out of the you know, want to keep providing a living for their crew. I know Metallica thinks a
Sure.
lot about the 100 people that work for them.
Right.
You know, so it just becomes absurd and stupid. If you go watch like Metallica Seattle Justice Tour
Oh
on
yeah.
YouTube,
Hmm.
what the fuck is this? What the fuck are they doing now?
Right.
You played The Memory Remains in front of people. The
In,
end.
in front of the
I'm
people
sorry.
who you're now calling family, you know, the Metallica family or whatever.
And
That's
the
kind of
other one,
weird.
you ever heard this other one, Until It Sleeps?
Yes, I have,
They should have killed
unfortunately.
themselves. Should have
Yeah.
killed themselves. Like it's the most disgraceful, backstabbing thing I've ever heard in my life. Is Memory Remains and Until It Sleeps. You're a
Hmm.
backstabber. You're a fucking criminal. You need to be fucking have your family's eyes taped open
Oh
to
no.
watch you die.
Right.
And I'm I'm taking it easy on them. You know,
Right.
I could come
Taking
up
it
with,
easy.
but
Oh man, that sounds like
there's
a
no
home
joke here.
invasion.
There's no joke here. They did that though.
Hmm.
They did that to us.
Right.
They did that. No one was standing in the room. That's why Jason Newsted quit.
Hmm.
I was the best man at Jason Newsted's first wedding. I know the man. He quit because they kept disillusioning him with their show business bullshit. Because they wanted to go beyond heavy metal and be a Rolling Stones and a Charlton Heston and a Mount Rushmore. And by the
Right.
way, you played Until It Sleeps and The Memory Remains in front of people that bought a ticket. Do you
Right.
understand?
Yeah.
The
No,
most
I get
serious
it.
point of
I've lived through it.
this
I got
whole interview. And I known these guys. I've traveled with them. I partied
sure.
with them. I got pictures of fucking Lars holding a bag that Kirk's puking in. And I have all these things. And
Right.
when they did this, when they created those songs, it was bad enough. But to perform these songs in front of human beings that work for a living and bought a ticket 20 years later, Jim Martin, Jim Martin,
Oh yeah.
Faith No More.
great friend of
Faith
ours
no
in
more.
Metalomania. He says they
Hmm.
can kill themselves and retain a shard of dignity.
Right.
30 years ago.
Hmm.
So all these
That was
people with
Black Album, right?
Metallica and
Yep.
shit, and let me tell you something straight out. They're backstabbers. Not
Mm.
Lars, not Lars, and not Robert. But I'll tell you what, James Hetfield, you put this on the record for everybody to see and get 10 million hits on Blabbermouth tomorrow. Kirk Hammett and James Hetfield, you turn around on
Mhm.
them, they'll stick it in.
Oof.
They're not human beings, and I have the proof, which makes it different than my opinion. An
Sure.
opinion is never, you know, right and wrong is not an opinion. Kirk Hammett and James Hetfield are and put this out for everyone to see are abscess souls. Hi, James and Kirk, abscess soul.
Yeah.
You know, there's a man, Mark Ellington, and he writes heavy metal books. And he wrote a James Hetfield book called James Hetfield, The Wolf at Metallica's Door. And one of the chapters is James, Jason, and ... Eric. So
Mhm.
I was right in it with them. You can read about it. And, you know, all these people say these things. I'm the number one heavy metal fan in the world ever without a second place. So it's me, and it's all the rest of you. And then I can tell the
Right.
story. So I
Right.
just want to tell you straight out.
Yeah.
And I'll say it one last time. You played The Memory Remains in front of people that bought a ticket.
Eric, what do you think is worse, playing The Memory Remains or Until It Sleeps, or having Jim Brewer support you and as your
I
opening
hate
act?
Jim Brewer. Jim Brewer's not funny. They should ask me to do that. And
I
it's really funny. It's really funny that you brought that up, because when they did it, one of them said, I know you don't like Jim Brewer, but we're going to have Jim Brewer. And I'm like, the reason they did it is money.
Mhm.
Hand him a microphone. There's no production. There's no paying the opening band and their crew. It's just another money grab where they put this guy. Jim Brewer is very funny unless he's talking about heavy metal, which he
Right.
knows nothing about.
Well, that
So
makes
we
me
did
feel
have
good.
talked about Jim Brewer.
Well, I got to tell
That
you,
was
because
them.
when I did see them, when I did see Metallica last, was in December of 2018, and I was trying to kill some time. There was across town, Portland, Oregon, there was the Angel Vivaldi and Nita Strauss, the instrumental, guitar player, music. I went and caught Nita Strauss, and I was thinking, well, by the time I get that, I check out Nita, who was going on early. I'll be back. I'll miss Jim Brewer, and then I can just, hang out and watch the Metallica show. I go and watch the, 30-minute set, get back on the public transport, zip back to the Moda Center, the arena, and Jim Brewer's still on. And I was late. And this motherfucker went on for another 90 minutes after I got back. And I hold him totally responsible for my first bout with sciatica, because I did get that from sitting through that miserable fucking set that he was doing. And just when you thought it was over, here it comes back. It was like Jason on Friday the 13th. You think you've escaped, and this son of a bitch comes back after you. And they finally ended. But who knows how long that guy really went on and on and on and on for. But I agree with you. I mean, he wasn't funny at all. I guess he was funny when he was doing SNL. But, I think
people
somebody
write
was
for
writing
him.
shit for him. But you're right. When he's doing heavy metal stuff, I don't find him funny at all.
He did. He does have a pretty good Slayer bit.
Oh, yeah, I've
But
seen
again-
that. I've seen it. Yeah, yeah.
But again, Slayer, brings
Right.
it up
Sure.
because they're number one.
Right. Right. So, all right. Well, are you going to ask him about the end?
Well, I was just asking if he actually sat through that or bothered to click on like the rest of the world and examine what the hell is going on there.
I'm more curious to hear what he thinks of Youngblood, the guy that's going to save rock and roll.
Well, one thing I'll say is I had about 700 people ask me what time I was going to be there in Birmingham for the show. And I said, I'm not going to that. What are you, stupid? And I have Slayer's tour manager and all the friends, and
Mhm.
Dave Ellefson was there, all these things.
Right.
So I just thought, again, it's just such a odd, weird thing. I'm happy for Ozzy because Ozzy is very important to us. And I don't show this part, but I actually like the Ozzy solo stuff better than Black Sabbath.
Mm.
Don't show the same one. But I just want to say that because
Yeah.
I'm not scared to say it.
Right.
Think of all these guitar players that. And then Youngblood, he just had to cancel his tour today because of health reasons.
Right.
So whatever voodoo you were doing, it worked. He's done. I didn't really understand the
Right.
Youngblood involvement in it.
Right. Well,
No, wait.
Oh, go ahead.
Wait. Rob Halford wasn't there.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Youngblood's there. Doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense.
It didn't make any sense.
Showbiz craziness. It was
Right.
show business craziness.
I agree. I mean, that was really weird.
Well, I believe in Judas Priest and Rob's defense, I think they had tour dates and a gig with Scorpions.
Scorpions.
This
Right.
Ozzy thing got through. I agree. I think they
Right.
should have just said, "Hey, we'll
There's
reschedule that," and
airplanes. There's
especially
airplanes.
especially also especially also if Sharon's telling
Wait.
people, which Jake E. Lee admitted that she was telling people that Ozzy was near the end. And so I think they probably should have just said, hey, Scorps,
Well, hold
you
up.
come with us. We're canceling this gig. We'll come back in 5 nights and we're going to Birmingham.
Right.
Well, you know, the Scorpions are Nazis. Do you know that?
I know they're German. I
Oh,
don't.
yeah. Rudolf Schenker. No. Rudolf Schenker cornered me
Huh?
in many times. And he's a tall guy. He's like intimidating. And he it was one of those monsters of rock, I think, the first time we started fighting about it.
Mm.
So Rudolf Schenker, you know, corners me in the Hilton and says, Mr. Braverman, you not be making fun of things now. My father and my grandfather were this close, Mr. Braverman. I don't think you'll be laughing and making these jokes now for you. So they could, and again, when the Scorpions were doing like the real shit, Love Drive and Blackout.
Oh,
and,
that was the good shit, huh?
That other one. They made 3 in a row. No, Animal Magnetism,
Animal
Love Drive,
Magnetism.
Blackout.
Right.
That's the baddest shit any motherfucker made. But they were
I agree.
Nazis. So I'm thinking that they would have just went, you don't have to agree. They're Nazis. So they threatened me with Nazi shit. So you're right. They could have just flew to the Nazi thing, or Rob Halford could fly. You know, we know a lot of the Judas Priest people. And Rob Halford was like, I'm not doing it. Like, too stressful to fly back and forth on a private jet. So there was a private jet there to take Rob, even by himself, you know, to sing a song. And they did the War Pigs cover thing they put out, which is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
So Judas Priest is really fucked up and fucked right now, and fuck it. You can't have a Judas Priest concert without Glenn Tipton and KK Downing. Memo.
Right.
Beep, 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 beep. Or without Rob Halford. That's why no one went to see them do a concert until Rob came back.
Mm-hmm.
After working in Phoenix with our friends and Fight and those things.
Right. Yeah.
Some of us were going to go see Halford solo because I just thought it was better at the time than what Priest was doing. So,
well, I mean, it's just sick. You know, some people, because it's usually the money and the management and all the people, you know, that they keep doing these things. It's like their ego. It's like, stop doing it. This is all there is to it. But like they can't, because there's no one to stop them. Like Michael Jordan had to stop because someone went in and said, "You're done." That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
And there's some out there, I think, that are still pulling it off rather well, that I would be okay. Like you said, Testament earlier. Testament still kicks ass live. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah,
you go see
they
Testament
do.
right
And
now.
Eric Peterson. Eric Peterson is an underrated heavy metal person ever.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy what he does. How many songs, how well they're produced. One of my favorite albums is that Lombardo Testament album, The Gathering.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. A little bit on the heavier side,
Dude,
too.
that thing is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculously good. And recorded.
Right.
We're losing him.
No.
How are you guys doing?
No, we got you.
So far.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, since we're on the topic of Priest, I was just thinking, you know, a fellow like you would, I wonder what your opinion would be. Like, who did it better, the Ripper Owens Priest or the Blaze Bayley Maiden?
You're funny guy. I think those are some abominations.
Trick question.
I'm just wondering.
Yeah,
I'm just wondering which one you think is better. I mean, I'm not saying they're great either way, but
well, hold on. I met Rob Alfred editor. Okay, so this is how deep it goes.
Mm-hmm.
So so it's like offensive to me. Like, I don't believe in replacing Mickey Mouse. I don't believe in changing Theodore Roosevelt for Mount Rushmore. It's just ridiculous. It's just you're grasping at straws. I think those albums should be burned, even if they're competent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even saying that they're not competent recordings.
Right.
Just burn them because we don't care. That was my big thing with Iron Maiden all the time and they were doing the really bad for a while. It's like do it, but they wouldn't play any Iron Maiden songs.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, oh, what? The first 6 albums we made, we're not playing any of those.
Mm-hmm. Right.
No. So, I mean, that's a good question, but they shouldn't have existed.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be a review of it or an opinion. It's like mold or like a mushroom that grew outside. It should
Right.
why who planted this?
Right.
It's because people are just need to make a living. And if your living is building houses, you got to build houses. So if Rob is gone and Bruce Dickerson is gone, that's like someone, like if you're the milkman, that's like somebody stole your truck.
Wow. And it sounds like you're definitely not a fan of Van Halen with anybody else other than Roth, huh?
Well, I'm American.
I'm American.
I'm
I
an
get you.
American. I think that anyone that tells me that any Van Halen with Sammy Hagar is good, what's great about that is I know they're fucked up and not to deal with them, and they're not trustable, and they don't have a heart or a soul.
Oh my God.
And I love Sammy
Right.
Hagar. I love Sammy Hagar when he's not with them.
Ah, okay.
But whoever was so fucking high on cocaine that did that shit from the greatest fucking artistic thing in the world to the worst in 2 seconds. Like, I can't believe this is fucking still an argument with you people. Or even a topic of discussion at this
Right.
point. It's absolutely absurd. It's offensive. It's anti-American, and I think it should be actionable legally.
Holy shit.
Like, if
Okay.
you say there's anything acceptable that Van Halen, you're asking me that Sammy Hagar did with Van Halen, you need to have child protection services take your children out of your house immediately. The children are in danger. Plus, there's a dark side.
Ah,
That wasn't even the dark side.
that was the dark side. Oh.
No,
Oh.
that's the good news.
Wow.
No, really. I think that's an absurd question. And I partied with Eddie Van Halen. He's a fucking funny guy. He's great to me. And I still can't believe that even happened.
Mhm.
Like, just tolerate David Lee Roth fucked up shit. I met David Lee Roth many times. I actually opened 5 shows for him doing comedy. And this is how he talked to me. Are you ready? They told me not to talk to him. But I'd be like, hey, Dave. And he would go, a blue house with a chicken next to a stable is an upside down waffle without a beanery. Like, thank you.
Oh, wow.
He'd walk by later and be like, hey, Dave, what's happening? 2 girls and a zebra equals a crosswalk in your mind. And you don't understand planets because Kentucky Fried Chicken is indivisible. And you're like,
Oh.
so how did Eddie and Alex even deal with that? Can you imagine? Hey, we
Right.
got a business meeting,
Yeah.
millions of dollars. We got to hire a bunch of people, and it's a big tour. And Warner Bros. Is going to put $2 million into promotions. And David Roth would say, a rotisserie chicken. under a Ferris wheel looking at a sugar cone makes your mom understand your dad without the pickle. This is how this man talked.
Right.
So, and when he was on like TV, he would tone that down a little bit.
Right.
But that's you asked me that question,
Right.
Van Hagar, Sammy Hagar and
Right.
Edward Van Halen. It's fine, but
Right.
that's my answer.
Okay.
I don't think I was at the US Festival. I was at the US Festival. I was in People magazine in the front row, and when you turn the page, on the back of my picture is one Robert Halford. Psycho 2 is on the cover if you want to look it up. So Van Halen, and I have the DVD of it, is the best concert ever. And people are like, David Lee Roth's drunk. Like, what? The dude was fucking retarded. Is what he was. I'm sorry, I stole that from Malcolm Young. My friend Malcolm Young. Let me tell you a quick AC/DC story. Hey, Malcolm, I have these guys, and they're kind of excited, and they're going to be in the meet and greet. Will you sign their Highway to Hell album or take a picture? And like, aye. I'm like, all right, cool. And then they would come in. This would happen. Oh my God, hello. I just wanted to say that we're on the football team, and Jimmy was hit by a train last semester, and we listen to your songs, man. We listen to Highway to Hell and Let There Be Rock and Back in Black, and it gets us ready to run onto the field, and it means so much to us. And Malcolm would lean over to me and whisper in my ear, I think your friend's fucking retarded. Thank you.
Oh. Oh. Jeez.
At least he was honest.
Right.
He was very small. He was this big. No, Malcolm Young was this big. And let me prove to you something that I know him so well. If you go watch commercially produced AC/DC videos, like MTV videos, the first one would be like, let me put my love into you. And Malcolm told the director, focus on Phil Rudd. Phil Rudd. Phil Rudd, he's been up all night. Focus on him. And Malcolm is not in the video, and it highlights on Phil Rudd. If you watch the Touch Too Much video with Bon Scott, the commercial, the music video, Malcolm isn't in it. No, go watch these things. So he was a friend. He was like a friend, but he was really funny. If that guy takes a picture of me, I'm gonna kill him. And he also said this every day. I think that guy's fucking retarded. Also, Malcolm Young and Angus Young smoked an entire Marlboro and had a hot cup of tea in between each song.
Oh, wow.
You've never heard that before?
No. Wow.
I know they smoke a lot, but I didn't
that.
know.
Yeah. Oof.
No. They had a little like a little stove thing that was keeping the tea going. And then there was the tea and cigarette tech. And when they went, dam, bam, 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 Malcolm and Angus would run there into the little guitar cove and would down a cigarette. This is how Angus Young smoked a cigarette. And it was just gone. And then they hit the hot tea, English tea, and then bounced around again.
Wow.
No water. And they wondered why they need an oxygen tank at the end of the show. You might have seen those old pictures of them with like oxygen tanks.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen those?
Yeah.
Angus Young with the oxygen tank. You smoked a fucking carton of Marlboros and drank hot tea for 90 minutes under hot lights. Get the oxygen tank, Jim.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh.
They're still out there. Can you believe that?
Which is wrong. Angus won't take his shirt off. This is where I stopped at the minute. Take the fucking shirt off. So he won't. Angus Young with no shirt is kind of like, Thanksgiving without stuffing, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Right.
In my house, I have a big old picture of him. I have a big old orange and green sweats flying picture. There's no shirt.
Right.
So that we've gone that. I was done with AC/DC when they hired Axl Rose. That's when I
Oof.
almost killed myself. I almost killed myself in
Oh,
front of
no.
my, church.
Oh
I was
boy.
going to go to church on Sunday and go, Axl Rose is singing for AC/DC.
Oh,
And I
Jeez.
like Guns N' Roses, no
Sure.
problem, man. Who don't like fucking Rocket Queen? Let's be real. So, but yeah.
Yeah.
So see how fucked up people get when the books involved. It loses. And by the way, Angus Young, his house is built out of Marlboros. So can you imagine have a house built out of 70 million Marlboros? And then when Malcolm Young was dying, I asked his wife, Linda, could I come down there and take care of him? She said, well, I have 4 nurses that are hired. Well, who can pay for 4 nurses to work 24 hours a day? Malk has $500 million in his mattress.
Mm.
I was like, does he have a bank? She's like, well, he has a bank and stuff, but he keeps 500 million in the mattress.
Jeez.
No joke here.
Wow. Jeez.
Don't worry about Malcolm Young, people. Why is Angus Young doing this shit? It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Does he owe it to the fans, the crew,
Yeah.
old friends? It's just, I don't think you understand how much money they've made from Thunderstruck. Thunderstruck is the most paid movie licensed song in the world. Did you know that?
I didn't know that, but
Did
I know
you know that?
But it
I'm
does get
teaching
played.
you guys all. We're teaching.
Yeah, it's sporting events. I
No,
mean,
it's
it's
like
on
somebody
in
can't
sporting events.
People can't make an Iron Man movie without playing it. But if you look it up, Thunderstruck is the #1 paid movie licensing song.
Mm-hmm.
How did that happen? It's not Beethoven. It's not Elvis. It's Thunderstruck, #1, undisputed.
Right. Yeah.
You've been writing this all down, right?
We're writing it down.
You've been writing this all down. We started.
Somebody's writing it down. So, yeah. Oh boy. So, I don't. Do you have anything else, Evil? You throw out something.
I think
He's
I've
sick.
pretty much ran
Evil's
through my
sick
list
right now.
of.
I'm just. I know for a fact he'd get along well with Barden, who's still floating around the classic metal show Rumble chat. He totally despises Sammy Hagar Van Halen, and so I think he'll probably get a kick of listening to your take on that.
If you want me to be on any of your friends' podcasts or any of those things, the answer is yes. And Evil, the one last thing I want to say is Walmart. I think it's starting Tuesday, has a tremendous Gillette products deal going on. I think it's like 4 razors for the price of 1.
Oh, that's a good deal.
I just want to tell him. He needs
Good
a
deal.
shave. This guy's your guy. Look at him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
We like
bless you
what
guys.
you do.
But keep in touch, and if there's anything I can do, the answer is yes.
Oh, look at that.
Absolutely.
That's
and
awesome.
we thank you so much. And everyone needs to go check out that LastSupperMuseum.com. And if you're going to the border, you need to go see Eric Braverman.
Yeah. That might be a bad idea. I know Evil said he has people in relatives in Arizona. I know people in Arizona.
I expect to see them. I expect to see them Wednesday morning at 10 o'clock. I'll give them a special tour.
Cool.
Because I don't talk about heavy metal music on the Last Supper Museum tour. But if your people come down, I'll tell like a Lemmy story or a Randy Johnson story.
Oh,
or
that fucking guy.
Kirk Hammett.
Yeah.
Kirk Hammett. Randy Johnson has a heavy metal problem.
Yeah, he does.
You want me to email Randy for you guys?
Yes, I'll tell you this. I've been trying to get a hold of Randy for like a decade. I saw him going into a record show in Portland, Oregon, where he showed up with
his email address.
No, I don't have any contact. I mean, if you can get it to Evil, I can reach out.
Just email me. Just email me. Email me
Yeah.
tomorrow when I'm in my office. Tomorrow's my day off.
Yeah.
Email me and I'll just send you his email address.
Right. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
And hey, before you go,
He's really
give us.
well.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, if you do get in touch with Randy, he's really friendly
He
and
is.
warm and just
Yeah.
makes you feel good and caring. He's going to throw a baseball at your head.
Right.
All right. So what was that question?
I was gonna say before you go, you should
You have
give
a
us
question,
one good Lemmy story, funny
Ooh.
Lemmy story, your favorite Lemmy
Your
story.
favorite Lemmy.
Well, it's an overall thing. I'll tell you this really funny is I always, was hunting him. And one of my favorite greatest music ever created episodes is with him in the back of the bus. But he did where he came in with the gear, right? So he would come in with the equipment and then he would leave with everything because it was his shit. So if you wanted to interview him, they tortured you, went, yeah, he'll be ready for you in an hour. And like you were supposed to interview him at, 9:00 at night. Then it'd be 11. Then it'd be 12. Then it'd be, 14. So there wasn't even times. And I always waited it out because I'd be like, fuck him. Wait it out. We also had the same accountant. But the greatest thing ever was I was interviewing him one time. I think it's on one of my greatest music. And he fucking assaulted me and took a swing at me and hit me in the hat. He was always wearing a hat. He fucking hit me in the hat. And then also, he never missed an opportunity to call me cunt. And I think my greatest moment was the last time we hung out with Lemmy. They were scheduled to play Coachella on the 2 weekends. So it was like they played one Saturday and they're going to play the next one. Well, what are we going to do with everybody for a week and the tour bus and everything? So they came to Phoenix and played the Indian casino. And I said, well, I'm excited. So they put me on the list, put me on the guest list, EB plus 100. So I'd leave him alone. So I wouldn't have to keep going. What about my friend Bobby? So it's EB plus 100. It's so totally documented. And as we're going in, Randy Johnson is coming to get his photo credentials to take photos of the show. And he sees me. And I say, Randy, what's happening? Come on, we're going to go fuck with Lemmy. He starts screaming at me. Plus, he's looking down at me, because he's like 8 feet tall. And he's like, get away from me, you fucking piece of shit. Don't talk to me. What the fuck? And he's screaming, Randy Johnson, Hall of Famer. And I get backstage and I see him. I was like, hey. And he comes running over and goes, that was good, right? Thanks a lot. Because when I do that, no one the rest of the night will talk to me or bother me. And I was like, well, you did that really publicly. He's like, I know, that was great. So then we went to see Lemmy, and he's all hooked up to like medical things, like to help him breathe and to warm his middle and things for diagnostic to check his like pulse and all these things. And the last thing he did was wanted to do a heavy metal television ID, like, hey, you're watching heavy metal television and EB's a cunt. And he did that. And then we later that night looked back at it, and it made me so sad that we never used it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he died, our friend. And I knew everything about him because, again, we had the same accountant. It's like having the same doctor.
Sure.
But he treated me great. But who in the world gets to say the last time Motorhead went around, it was your name plus 100 on the guest list? I think it was because they were scared no one was going to come to the show because it was like last minute. It was last minute after this Coachella thing.
Yeah.
We're going to play Coachella on Saturday, then the next Saturday. But we got to keep everyone together. So we'll go to the Indian reservation in Arizona and do a show. And then me and Randy Johnson and my wife have a good time. And also Mickey D and all them. I knew Mickey D from touring with King Diamond. King Diamond used to love to have Flotsam and Jetsam come out He loved it. So we knew Mickey D from the 80s. And then he's in Motorhead. We're so proud of him and happy that he can make this living. And now he's in the Scorpions.
Right.
Like Mickey D is like the baddest motherfucking drummer ever of all time, and a really, really, really good guy.
Right.
He used to always call us Foomba. When I saw him there, he's like, "Hey, Foomba," which I guess wherever they're from, Copenhagen. Foomba means friend.
Ah, there you go.
So how'd you like that Motorhead story to end
Loved
it?
it.
Awesome. Awesome,
Nice.
man.
Stupid.
Yeah, good.
Stupid. Hey,
Like it.
George Lopez was playing in Phoenix last night. I could have got you guys in. So let me know if George Lopez is coming around you. Just let me know and I'll hook you up. That's my latest backstage hookup thing.
Cool.
Right on.
Thanks, man.
No joke here.
Yeah.
Well,
All right. Well,
we appreciate
bless you
Eric.
guys.
Yeah. Thanks
Bless
so
you guys
much.
and all you put in a bunch of time, and I bless you guys. But if you ever want to have some laughs or want me to comment on some show or find something out or something I can do to help somebody, the answer is yes. And if you're ever in Arizona, come down and I'll show you a good time.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, EB. Everybody check out LastSupperMuseum.com.
Yep.
We'll check
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Right.
Thank you, brother.
Good night.
All right. Good night.
Yep.
Raise your horns high.